2. I'll wait for more of you coming on. Waiting for you, waiting for you, waiting for you. Come on. Come on, come on. Love the way you drop that. Love the way you tap that. Said she want me on top. Girl, I need that non-stop. Got them all tripping names like that life. We ain't tryna sleep gone all damn night. Girl, I got the juice. Who is coming in? Who is here? Hi, Leanne, my first. How are you? How are you, my friend? How are you? I'm playing a little music to get some more people in the live. You guys can just be there and we'll... Hi, Sonia. How you doing? I'm feeling lit tonight. Come on, guys. We got a plan and we got a story to tell and we're going to make things work. The topic today, Sonia, is women. Women. And at the end of the topic, we're going to tell you a little bit about the Clean Water Foundation. But today we want to talk about women. And I want to express to you why we're talking about women, why it is so important. Because over the week here, I felt something. I've always thought of it, but I never actually felt it. And I was never actually put in the position to feel it. And I was put in the position and I felt it. My goodness. Can I have that phone over there so I can read some of these comments as we get going? I'm waiting for a guest that I'm bringing in. We decided to start something. And see if we can get a poll on it, because we find there's so much negativity when it surrounds women. I'm talking about Afro-Caribbean women, but I know it just doesn't sit. It doesn't just sit with us. I know it sits with women in general. I know that we're hard on ourselves, and it's not good. And this is something where we have to find a way here to stop it, so we can grow and educate ourselves and get into society and be one. I mean, if we don't like this skin color, we're not going to like anybody else's skin color, right? If we don't like ourselves to begin with. So this is what I want to talk a little bit about today. Is about women, the strength of a woman, how strong we are, and some of us don't know it, and how we as black women, and I have to elaborate on it. Hi, Sharif, how are you doing? Thanks for joining in. I'm waiting for a few more people come in because I really want, oh, thank you for the lovely hearts. You know I love them, I love them, I love them, I love them. Leon, I would love for you to jump into this conversation. I'm going to pull you in a bit, and we can just continue the conversation. I'm trying to get some people out there to come on in. Brandon, thank you for coming in. Damien, thank you. Damien, I need you to be on this live tonight. I need you to help us with this issue that we're all having in the community. And I feel that we are having a huge issue. And it's not just our community. We're hoping that we can affect all communities around the world, not just our community here. But right now, this is where we are, and this is where we live, and this is where we need to fix it. And that's the start here. And I know that I come out a lot of time and I talk on it and around it and in between it. And tonight I want to address it. And that's why I pushed out so much live today, or so much people. And I kept on sending personal messages for everybody to join in the live, because it is really important for me, for everybody to be involved in this. Today I was accepting you have to wear pink. That's beautiful. Thank you very much. Okay. You know I am all for that, hon. Beautiful, Damien. So we're gonna start off the talk. I'm waiting for somebody to come into the live. I'm gonna pull them in because, again, I want to introduce what we started and what we did, and from there we can go. And I just don't see him anywhere. He should have been on already, unless he snuck and run off and leave me by myself. You give me 1 second, guys, and we will get deep into it. So this live came up today because of the reason being, there's a woman group started, and in the woman group, it's all black women. it's all black women that are strong and educated, and you know, they wanted something. It's not, first of all, let me mention that it's not black or white, but in this city, we don't have anything that is black, like that is for us. And we wanted to have something that belonged to us. And in that sense, Faith came up with, hi Leanne, how you doing? A women's group. And try to see how much people that she could bring out to get us to start something that will empower us, and for us to tell those feelings that we feel when we're around each other, and the feelings that we feel when we're trying to, when somebody's trying to do something, and how the other one feels about it, and how we refuse to uplift somebody of our own kind, but we're willing to uplift other people. Leanne, hi, how you doing? Vincent, hi, how you doing? Nancy, how you doing? Hi to everybody. Thank you for the lovely hearts. So from being in this, oh, you're doing great. Thanks. Okay, that's good. So from doing, Leon, I'm going to bring you in soon, okay? So from doing this episode, doing this meet and greet with 20 Afro-Caribbean women of different country and continent, Caribbean, African, different place around the world, I realized that there's a big problem between us as individual, or as black people, as black women. And I think this is based on all women. We are very, very hard on each other. We're not very supportive of each other. But right now, I have to lay this in my area, where I need to see some growth. I need to see some growth. Again, I can't move mountains by myself. I can't even move a couch by myself. So I do need to see some kind of growth. And this is why this live came up. Thanks for having me on the show. Leon, you're absolutely, absolutely welcome. We have a few people out there, and I'm still looking for Mr. Can. And where is he? Let's find him right now, okay? And we can continue. Here we go. So, anyways, how it started was, there was a group of 20 women. There's about 30 women that was invited, and about 8 of us, 20 of us showed up. Okay, you gotta go on the live so I can bring you in. So go on my show and I'll pull you. No, go to my Sunday Tea. I'm on right now on Facebook, so just click on it, start to watch it, and I'll pull you in. Okay, beautiful, bye. So anyways, so that's another person. So I'm going to pull Ken Wilkin first, and then I'm going to pull Leon in after, okay? So anyways, this is what happened. We had a room full of black women, and intelligent black women, powerful black women. And all of a sudden, we're all in there, and everybody's pleasant and everybody's good. But the feeling, the feeling that I got on my own, that I expressed, was I felt an absolute uncomfortable. When I say uncomfortable, I mean I've been many places. I've interviewed many government officials. I've interviewed artists. I've interviewed other people. But the feeling that I felt being in a room full of Afro-Caribbean women was not a good feeling. I felt uncomfortable. I felt like I was going to be judged. I felt like I couldn't say what I really wanted to say. I felt I couldn't be honest. I wasn't sure what this, I wasn't sure what it was at all. I didn't know what it was. I couldn't figure it out. I was like, why do I feel this uncomfortable? And it's funny because, you know, I'm a black woman. I have a black mother. I have a black father. We grew up around these things. but we never understand why we are not supportive of each other. If we are not comfortable in the same room with each other, how the hell are we going to work together? And that's what I want to talk to tonight, because we do need these empowerment groups. We do need these groups where we can sit and talk to each other, where we can find out and figure out what it is and why we feel the way we do. I'm going to bring Ken Wook into the live, because we also came up with a situation. Let me see. Invite him. Invite, and it says invite. There we go. Oh, thank you for those lovely. Who is? Oh my God. Hi, hi, Vern. How you doing? You feeling better? Hi, Ken. How you doing?
Hi, how you doing? Not bad.
I'm doing fantastic. So I started to explain a little bit about what is going on and why I started this live and why we're doing it. So I'm gonna give you a little bit of it, and then we can get into what me and you have discussed. So I'm doing it because I said we went to a group that Fate put together for Black women, you know, for us to be able to talk and to be comfortable with each other and to just kind of get on the same page and start to uplift each other instead of breaking each other's down. And when I got there, you know, everybody had the turn to talk and get to know each other. And I'm saying to myself, I've never been this uncomfortable. Thank you very much, Farron. I never felt this uncomfortable around my own kind of women, like women of me. I felt like I couldn't speak. I felt like I was being judged. I felt like I just was so uncomfortable. And I'm explaining that I go a lot of places and I speak to a lot of people and I speak to a lot of government and I interview artists and everybody else. But I was so uncomfortable around my own kind. No, it was strange because me and you already came to this agreement with what we're doing even before I went to this place, right? So
Right.
I'm going to let you elaborate on what we came up with, what we think is a good idea. And this is kind of something that me and Can just sat down on the phone, and we want to help and we want to see better in the community and we want to see changes. So we just kind of sat down and thought, you know, if we could find out about some of the individual. So Ken, you can start, and I will jump in as we go. Are you
Hello?
frozen? Yeah, you can
Oh,
start.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, good evening, everyone. And thank you again, Althea, for having me.
You're quite welcome.
I, yes, thank you. And
Hi, Cynthia.
basically, basically, what we wanted to try to accomplish is we always try to get things started, and it just never seems to develop and go anywhere after or initiating it and saying, well, it sounds like a great idea, and this is what we're going to want to make happen. So what we're trying to do is find an avenue where people can come out, reach out, and contact. You know what I mean? Because contact is one of the most important things. Like after we have talked about good topics and we have everything going on, how do we get in contact? Where do we go from there? Right? So we're saying that there's a couple of things that we can try to do. Get a feedback of what the community wants, right? Because we have some things that we think that will be or may work out for the community. But if the community themselves don't see what we see as something that they want to work, then the efforts might not be put in as much.
So what I'm trying, and so what we're trying to say is, so
Right.
many people has come up with so many ideas and
Mhm.
say they want to see this change and they want to see that change, and it never works. It goes from here to there and then it stops. It's disappear. So we decided we want to take a different initiative to see if we can get the people's opinion. We want the people's opinion. Now, this won't have us running around in circles like dummies. We can actually find out who wants to be involved, who wants to see changes, who wants to get into the system, into society, and make this work. Again, we're all here. There's a few of us in Alberta. And let me know if I'm wrong. How many of us know how many Black people they are in this city? We're not sure. We don't know if we're at 30,000, 40,000, 50,000. We don't know what we are. So we can't even change nothing because we don't even know how many of us there is in this city. First and most, we don't know. We don't have a sensor that tell us how much of us there is. We don't have nothing implanted in the government to keep track of us, to see if we're elevating or we're depreciating. And this is what we came up and this is what we want to do. Somebody asked us why, I don't mean to cut you, Ken, but some lady asked us, why are we like that? And I want to address the question. I think it was Ken that's asked. The reason why I think we're like that, we're too used to tearing each other down. So when we actually get in a room with all of us together, it's uncomfortable because we don't know how to give each other a compliment. We don't know how to help each other. All we remember doing is saying, oh my God, look at her thighs. Oh my God, look at her weave. Oh my God, look at her hair. Oh my God, does she have a man? Oh my God, when was the last time she had a man? Oh my God, how did she get her car? We do not look at anybody and give them values. So when I got into that room, I automatically started judging the women in the room because I didn't think I was going to get anything out of value in that room. So for the person that asked the question why, is because that's what we know and that's what we can constantly doing. Now, I'm not speaking for everybody out there, but I know for myself, I can talk a person down. I won't lie. You understand? It's as I'm growing and growing and growing, I realize that I'm no different than anybody else. My soul will stay just like yours, but everything else we got here is going to be thrown away because it don't even belong to us. Our face or hair or skin or eyes or children, none of it belongs to us. So yes, the reason why we all feel uncomfortable is because of those reasons. Love Jamaican woman. Yeah, well, okay, that's one thing. That's another story about the Jamaican woman. So can you tell them what we have decided to come up? What have we come up with now?
Okay, there's a few things that we came up with. Well, basically, what we want to do actually is get everyone who is interested, our viewers, everyone that we speak to, that we have in contact with. We want to know that every time that we reach out, if they're for what we're doing, or they have any questions or any kind of additions to what we want to do, that we can make that contact, that we can always have them. So how are we going to go about doing it? The first thing that Althea and myself thought about was like, okay, we had a couple brainstorms that we went through, and we said that we'd bring it to the viewers
The
and
community, the
yeah,
community.
and our social media, and we'll get people who are for it, or who want any kind of addition to it, and then what they would do is sign off and say yes, they're for it, and then from that point they'd probably give us some kind of contact, or we'd have their contact on Facebook. Then we'd put our emails so that everyone would be able to reach out to us, because there's different people in the community, different types of resources that we together have access to, as well as the viewers might have also resources as well that we can share
Yeah.
amongst each other, right? So
Yes.
from these resources and from the contacts, then we can build a little substance and have some kind of ground to move forward, as versus always starting from ground zero and then going back again. So from
So
this point, go ahead.
no, go ahead from this point.
Yeah,
Finish what you're
yeah,
saying.
yeah. So from this point moving forward, any kind of documentation, as you were saying, that we don't have a census of how many people that we have in our community, this will help us to build and know exactly what we're working with and where we can go from this point, and who's there for us, or what we can do and other things to make every what we're trying to implement work in our community, because it's all about our children. In my eyes, for me personally, it's about our children. It's about like trying to uplift them, trying to give them the right guidance, trying to not let them go through what we've been through as challenges in life, and try to let them move on a more level playing ground where they can, not be in so much debt. Educate them, right? Give them so much education, like show them what we learned, and show them how they can build themselves and reach to a certain level where they don't have to be struggling as we are as their parents, right?
Okay, fantastic. So you guys, all we are asking for is we have several questions here. Althea, hi, it's a pleasure you're joining. I know you're joining in from Jamaica, so I need to take the time out and thank everybody that's out here. So we're just gonna go through these people and thank them as well, okay? That are out here that come and support me on a regular basis and support us all together. So I want to, Leon, you guys is the founder of Clean Water Foundation, and we have it's an organization out of Seattle, Washington, and we're actually putting together. Well, we already put it together. We're sending clean water to Jamaica in Saint Elizabeth in Downs for one school. We still have another school that we're looking sent as well. I think I just lost my audience, but my not my audience. I just lost my guest, but I'll come back. We're also getting some clothes sent to the school, and we're also getting some eyeglasses sent to the school. Canwook, I'm gonna come back and get you. So I want to give everybody a shout out here on this page. I'm gonna bring Canwook back in, and then where did he go? Where did he go? I lost him. Geez, there's so many people to go through here to get to him. Just a minute, I lost him. But you guys, we have a couple questions that we would like you guys to answer online, because it is important that in going forward we know what you guys, the people that wants to be involved with in what's going on, and the people that don't want to be involved with what's going on, because it's hard to sit here and try to think for you. We can't think for you. I can't think for you. I have to know that you want the changes, and if you do, then we can all get together and work together and implement the changes together. I think it's really, really important as well for us to get together in a group and communicate and talk and hash out the things that are not going well for us, and the things that we're scared of, the things that we're afraid of. Because fear tends to keep people from reaching out and doing what they're good at. And I tell you, when I was in the room with those 20 ladies, I was absolutely, like I lost my guess, I was absolutely amazed at how great I felt with the feedback that we got, how great I felt with some of what the woman had said. One lady admit that she was part of the situation, because she keeps herself away from her community and her kind because she's scared of getting hurt, and she finds that she's part of the problem, and which is good, because we all came out close, and I was able to say, oh my God, I feel uncomfortable around my own ladies, and I shouldn't, you know what I mean? And then you have other ladies saying that they do certain things and they will give somebody a leeway, and instead of the person buying from them, they go over on the side and buy from the white man. So we don't understand why we take everything that we have away from each other, but we're willing to give it to the other race. So we got to find out where the problem is and where the problem lies and why we behave in that way. And I think the only way that we can do that is if we all get into a room and talk honestly and talk about the things that we believe in. Leon, I'm bringing you in. If you see yourself, come on in, Leon. Are you still out there, or did I lose you? Hi, Leon, how you doing?
How's it going?
It's good. It's so dark today. I don't know what is going on. I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing?
Everything's going well.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Everything is going really well. Couldn't be better. And happy to be on your show.
Again. Yes, so today we're talking a little bit about, I think you heard after what I said, right?
Yes.
Yes, so we're talking a little bit about, I don't understand the concept of why I felt so uncomfortable around Black women. I felt like I was going to be judged. I felt like something was wrong. And if I went into a room full of Caucasian, where I was at a dinner with a lot of maybe 20, 30 white females, and I was just, hey, okay. I was in the middle. I was ready to make a speech. I was just gung-ho. but I just felt so funny the way that I felt when I was in that room, and as we all got to talk, and everybody's so intelligent. We had a psychologist, we had a paralegal, we had business owners, we had a lady owning UPS, we had me who do a talk show. We had we had so many people of caliber in there, but yet we all downsize each other as and I mean that's what women tend to do, but for us as black women, we just take it an extra step, and I'm trying to figure out what it is. And I really do know that we need to form some kind of alliance. There has to be some kind of community where we actually talk these things out and try to find out why we behave in the way that we behave with each other. We had the psychologist there that was talking about she's been in so many homes this last week, helping family because they're losing their sons through to gangs. And she was telling us a story of how this gang went after this gang and they killed the son. And I think she actually was at the funeral today. And the thing about it is, she said when she talks to them and try to counsel the family and try to find out, she realized that it's not just the women that are in problem. She realized that black men are in a bigger problem than we are, because a lot of them come here and they come here alone and they don't come with families. And again, Africans that are coming in here from certain part of Africa are fighting against each other in war, and it's intense. Like she explained, she says it is intense. And what happens?
Amazing.
Yeah, and what she said, what happens now, they come to Canada and they come with the same beliefs, like the north side is against the south side and the south side is against it. And, you know, somebody killed their family back in their land and they come here and they want to take it over. And it's becoming a real thing, because she says every week or every month she's burying someone. And she said, you know, she was in the house the other day and the young man started on his hands and knees, start crying. They're saying, who do we talk to? Who do we communicate? Who helps us? Right? So it's not just the females that are segregating themselves from each other, but the men want to talk. The men want help and nobody's there to help them. So that's what I'm trying to say. We need to have something that, because you know, when it comes to men, especially black men, they don't want to show any kind of sign of weakness. They don't like it. They don't want to show any sign of weakness because it's against what a black man should be, or it's against a man being a man. But a man can't be a man if he doesn't have some sort of weakness, some kind of empathy. You know, he has to be a certain way. He's still a man. He's not God and he's not inhuman, so he's going to carry these feelings. So I'm saying we need to pull the community into a better place. And I know you're in Seattle, and I know that you must see a lot of these things down there, or some of these things. Am I right or am I wrong?
I think it's a worldwide issue, and I think the way to solve it is doing what you're doing right now. I mean, you know, you in Canada, you seeing it, Jamaica is seeing it. It's a worldwide thing. You know, even if you go to Africa, the same thing. So I think I know I traveled all over the world. So I think it's like being a foreign exchange student. You're learning new cultures, learning new things. And I think that's what we have to do. I think you got to use that foreign exchange student route where you are learning new cultures, meeting new people, and not being afraid to get out there and learn new cultures and new things. And it's an education. So we have to teach the younger children how to get involved in doing that. It's just like I was telling you that I started off at a shoe shine stand and we were shining shoes, but it was a business. But I was shining shoes of some of the most prominent people in the country. So we were talking and communicating, and that's how we started this whole water thing, through traveling all around the world. But when I was in South America and I was looking at the shoe shine guys there, they were wearing masks. And I asked the question, why are they wearing these masks and shining shoes? And they were saying they didn't want no one to see their faces because they felt that that was being like the lowest of the low. So you got to break that kind of feeling and have confidence in yourself. So I think that's the main thing. You have to teach people that no matter what you do, you got to have confidence, and then you can move from there, I think.
And you know, well, I come up here and it's a confidence, and I don't want people to think that I'm inhuman too, right? Because a lot of people will sit here and say, well, how does she do that? How does she get up here all the time and just talk so free and stuff? But I want everybody to know that this is a growing process for me as well. And I go through my downs and my ups. You know, what I do is I use empowerment videos, and I listen to TD Jake, and I listen to anything that can uplift my spirit and continue to make me move into a better and a greater position and direction. So when I'm sitting here, I don't want people to feel that, you know, oh, look at her, she thinks you know, it's not that. I do go through my depressions, and I go through my fair share of lack of empathy, or lack of being thankful sometimes, or just all different things. But just as I start to read and research, and as I start to look more and more into the individual life, you know, I listened to Muhammad Ali today, and he was taught, somebody asked him a question, and you know, the answer that, I think it was something to do with what is he going to do after he's done fighting? And it was amazing, his answer, because he said, in small words, because I don't want to go too deep into it, but he said to them, all he cares about is to go to heaven, because he would not want to go to a place where he would burn eternally. And he used a desert as eternally. So he's explaining that, can you imagine that every 10 years you have to pick a piece of sand up, and you'll be burned from that till the 10 years. And then 10 more years, you got to pick up one more piece of sand. He said, I don't want to do that. He said, I know that a man made those glasses. He said, you know that a man made the couch. He know a man's made the counter. A man has made the car. So if you can believe that a man has made these things, why can you not believe who's made you? You don't believe there's another higher power big enough that's made you, but you can believe that a man made the glass. You know, he's saying for him, for his peace and sanity, is he knows he wants to, when he dies, he wants to be in heaven with God. And he knows that there's good and there's bad, and there's free wills and choice. And his choice is to do right and to go to heaven. So again, for me, this is deeper than me trying to be rich or me trying to be anything. All I have at the end of the day is going to be my soul. Everything else that I have about me at this moment does not belong to me. My children don't belong to me. They're not mine. My husband is not mine. It's a loaner from God. My children are a loaner from God. And that's what I want people to understand and realize, that if we are not affecting life in a positive way, and if we're not taking every day as a special day, and if we're not treating each other as we would treat ourselves, then we're running into trouble. And I think that's why our world is in such a turmoil. But for me, I'm tired of hearing that Black people are at the bottom of the barrel. I want us to get together and fight for the things we believe in. I was listening again on when I was reading, Jamaica has the most church square mile in the world. So Jamaican people are coming from a very high religious place. But because of poverty and everything else you have with it, it's kind of breaking the people. But it's because they're not educating themselves, they're not reading, they're not communicating, they're not doing all of this. I didn't just get up and became smart. I started to research, I started to read, and I figured out what I want to do in my life, and that was to help people.
Yeah, well, that's the key right there. And I think we all got to get involved in, like you said, teach the younger generation to join us on these missions and show them a way how they can be more productive and how they can get the dreams that they want to have come true. So it's by everybody working together. Working together works. So we all got to come together.
And I would advise everybody that's out there that's in a rut or in a confusion or in a way of an uncertainty. I just feel that you should just pray. Pray even if you don't understand what it's saying. You know, empower your mind with positive things because sooner or later you'll pick something out of it and it will just uplift you and it will make positive change in your lives. Ken Wook has some questions out there that we wrote down and we wanted people to answer some of those questions. So, Leanne, I'm going to pull you out and I'm going to pull him back in and then I'm going to come back to you for us to
Okay.
talk about the water, okay?
All righty.
All right, so let me pull him back in. You can come on out and then I'll pull him back in. I don't know if people have questions. What are you guys doing? Everybody's just watching. Damien, I don't hear anything out of you, and you said you're all for it, so why you're not saying nothing? Let's get him in here with some of the question. I don't see him. Where is he? You guys out there, you guys can ask questions, you guys can talk, you can say anything. This live is for us and not just for one person. We can't know how you're thinking if you're not talking, if you're not asking. And this is what I'm scared of, is that we're not communicating with each other. We're not asking for your personal life and everything about your life. We're just asking you to come on the movement so we can help each other and that we can get to a better place. Are you playing music?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I can hear it.
We got Marvin Gaye in the background.
Okay.
We got Marvin Gaye in the background.
We got Marvin Gaye
in the background saying that's the way love is.
Yes, it is. Are you coming back in? Are you on the live?
Yeah, I'm on the live. I'm still here.
I'm talking to this man here. I need him to. Okay, I'm going to pull you back in, Ken Wolf, with some of the question. Let me see if I can see you on the live. And we can ask these people the questions. They all can answer. Oh, here we go. Oh, did you put some in already? Okay, so you already put them in.
Yeah, I put in a couple of the questions. I was trying to be a little bit proactive while you guys were talking.
Okay, beautiful. So should I pull you back in or you're good to go?
I'm good to go.
Okay, I'm trying. Oh, here you are. I'll try to pull you back in. And you guys, we have questions out there. I would really love for you guys to answer some of the question, you know. I don't see you, Ken. Where are you? Let me hang up and see if I can find you on the live. That's a lot of talking on this, trying to get people in this thing. Okay, I don't see him. Tiana, Nicole, Sonia, is that him right here? Here he is. Delete comment pin. Why can I not get you, my friend? There's some questions on the live, you guys. I wish you guys would read it. And you guys can put your answer under the bottom and let us know what's going on. I feel like I have to let you down, Leon. I think I have to let you off the live to bring him in. Let's see. Okay, Mr. Ken Wook, are you out there? I'm trying to bring you in and I can't seem to bring you in. Hi, Karen, how you doing? Tiana Lewis, how you doing? Sophie Findley, how you doing? Ken Wook, let's try to pull you back in. There we are. There we are. Let's let it invite you. There you are. We're switching back and forth between these gentlemen. Liana, we'll be back for you in a minute. Please stay tuned. Do not leave. We just want to talk the talk with the people. Where are you? Ken Wilk, I just invited you in. What did you do? We're waiting for you to come in, honey. We put a couple questions down there, you guys. Hi, Nicole. How you doing? I don't know if it's your connection is bad or you're having problems. All the folks out there, please answer some of the questions that we put out there on the page. I'm inviting you in. There's some questions out there, and I will go on my phone to access them. It's kind of hard to bring everybody in and out, so we kind of being difficult, but how many people know? How many people? Oh, Campbell cannot come in. What the hell? It's not working for him, is it? There we go. How many questions do we have here? Let's go to them. A lot of us out here have invisible barriers. We can't see them, but they're there. They're very much there, and they'd stop you in your track, especially when it finds that you're elevating to another level. The invisible barrier stands in your circle, in your home, around your home. And if you guys feel that, you can usually feel an invisible barrier. You just can't see it. You can feel it. It's in your soul. You know something is wrong. You know there's a block. You know something is going on, but you can't actually. I just invited you in. You actually cannot. You can't see it, but it's a disturbing feeling. So you have to know them when you see them and know that they're there. And try to correct or pray them off or whatever technique that you need to use to make it better. We put some questions out there, you guys. I'm trying to pull Campbell back in, but we don't seem to be able to pull him back in. I can't seem to get you back in the live. What's going on? I just feel that there's a lot going on. There's a lot of mental stress. But let's talk about some of these questions. I can't seem to get you in, hon, so I don't know what to do. But we're going to elaborate on. There's 3 questions that he has put up, and we can elaborate on those 3 questions. Let me go on to the live myself so I can see the questions from where I am. Well, let's turn it down. Where's the live? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Sorry. Do we have it? I'll just check to see if we have any questions out there because I cannot. Oh, here we go. My goodness. You're viewing. Why are you on this phone, but I can't see you on the other one? Really weird. Anyways, it says here, time to start showing unconditional love and understanding to all human. It starts with us. And that is said by Nicole. Nicole, you're absolutely, absolutely right. It is time. There's no other time than now. And I feel like if we don't get it together now, we're never going to get it together. And I know Nicole is doing great, great things at this moment as well. And we can talk a little bit about that, Nicole. You can also share that under your live as well. We have, who else do we have here? Everything is echoing. I hope it's still not echoing. I apologize for that. Let's go back on some of these more questions. There's so many. Oh my goodness. So I'm gonna try to address everyone here and get all the questions. Okay. Damien, you said I know you're all for it, but I haven't seen you. Hi, Sophie. How you doing? How is Toronto? Thank you for having me on the show. You're welcome. I'm gonna see if I can find Leon to come back because I cannot seem to pull Ken back in. There we go. We'll try again for a second. Looking good off you. Thank you, Veron. Ken Twin asked us, why is that? I think I already answered the question. Stephen loves Jamaican woman. Althea, hey ma, you look amazing. Thank you. The kids, Ken says, the kids' future highly important. Yes, it is beyond highly important. It's huge. Very, very huge. Ronald from Jamaica says good night. Hi, Ronald. How you doing? I'm sorry. I'm just using the other phone to catch who's on there. Nicole says women need to support each other at all time. Yes, they do. And we don't do enough. We're so hard on ourselves that we're also hard on women. It's not a good thing. We do need to support ourselves at all given time. Ken Wook has a question here. And you guys, please feel free to answer the question underneath the live. How many of our people would love to have positive change in our community? And what do we think it will take to make it happen? Please, you guys, answer us and give us a bit of feedback. What do you think it'll take to make us better in the community or more positive? Another question that he's put here is, what can we do to change our thinking pattern to a more positive pattern? Because I think it's positivity that we need. We're lacking that, or we are scared to speak. And when we do speak, if somebody even says something and shuts us down, we don't want to get back up and stand up, and we can't afford that. If a lot of people had shut down when they spoke, we wouldn't be here today. We wouldn't be here. We wouldn't do the things and have the things that we have. So we can't take other people's opinion to shut us down. So you guys, we need to elaborate on it and talk about it as we go. Leonard Anthony Fax, to have positive change in our community is to start with communication as the key to open the door. Anthony, where are you? Because I did not see you, your question till right now. Anthony, come back here. That's what we're trying to do, and the answer in this is what we need. I can't see. Okay, I'll read Anthony's question. Anthony says, to have positive change in our community, its community is to start with communication. That is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to start the communication, and I'm trying to have a communication with more than just one person. And that is why I'm pulling in so many different people, because so many different people have different opinion. So again, I'm going to pull somebody else in that can give us another answer. Please answer the question, you guys, so we can make change. Ken Wook says, another question that we had put out there says, contact us for being for the cause of positive change. Sunday Tea with Althea at gmail.com, and you can also get him at his SCAJINC at gmail.com. You can just put your thoughts down there. Somebody's asking Dwayne if that's them. I'm not sure. Is this Tiana? And I am good, Nicole says. Everything is echoing. We already read that. Leon said, oh, where are we going? You guys, we have those 3 questions out there, and we had 12, 14, 15, and 16 of you people out there. And you tell me that you guys cannot put some answers down there underneath the questions? Are you kidding me? Come on, you guys, answer the questions and help us to do the best that we can, and help us to do, help us to figure out how to help you. I can't help you guys if you're not talking. I can't help you if I don't know what the problem is. I know what my problem is, and my problem is I worry about you guys downsizing me or not, trying to help me uplift you guys and uplift myself. But I don't know what it is with you guys that you guys need. I know there's so much mental issues going on out there around or in the community, and nobody will seek the help or even want to talk about it. So again, I can't do nothing unless you guys decide that you guys want to talk. And we gave you 3 wonderful questions, and I'm hoping if you guys can't feel free to do it right now, you guys will feel free to do it. People are writing, and it's just taking forever for me to come up and see it. Excuse me. I think we have, we just have not even 10, we have 10 minutes to go, you guys. We have Richie there. We have, oh my goodness, there's so many people out here. And Leonard said, the thinking pattern is based on singular mindset. When we all start thinking of culture and people, of race, then and only then we can start moving forward. Leonard, it's time for us to. It's time. I don't know what else to say. It is just time. Hi, Heidi. How you doing? How you doing? It's Tiana said it's time we start loving and living our motto: united we stand and divided we fall. Absolutely. Those are the things we need, and those are the things that we need to see. But what we're trying to say, we say it today and tomorrow it's a different things. So we have to find a way to make things. Heidi, I want to bring you in. How you doing, Heidi? Hi, Heidi. How you doing? We want everybody's opinion on this. We want you guys to get involved here. Let's to make this a better place. Heidi, what are you doing? What's going on? Ain't nobody trying to come into my live? Oh my goodness. What do we have down there? And stop tearing each other down. Every nation stands for each other. So can we. So why can't us as Jamaican? And I think we definitely can. We definitely can. We just need to know that if we work together, all will be okay. We just have to have faith and understanding and pursue our cause. There's a way to pursue it. Richie, let's bring my friend back in. I don't know what's going on with these guys. Absolutely. We're gonna be okay. We just need to understand and know that we have to have faith and know that all things will be great. Hi, Leanne. How you doing?
How's it going?
We're back with you. It's going fantastic. We have some people talking, answering some of the question. I have a question on there. Do you want to answer it?
I seen that. That was really great. You're getting some great answers.
Yeah, so is there any way that you can answer one of the questions for us? Because you're a man that's traveled the world.
I did. I actually put a question and answer that the Bill Gates Foundation had asked me when we were doing our Discovery launch party. And the question was, if you had all the money in the world, how would you change the world? And the answer that I gave was by working together and talking to everyone. And I think that's the same thing what we would have to do to help the youth out to stop killing each other, as you were saying, around the world, since this seemed to be a serious problem, is by everybody working together and talking and creating these forums. I think that's the answer.
But I also find when you have money to that caliber, you lose focus and thought. You now believe that you're God.
Not everybody.
Not everybody. No, not everybody. Not everybody. But most of the people.
You may have some people, but it's a lot of people that do humanitarian things, just like what the Gates Foundation is doing. They got tons of money, but they're doing a lot of humanitarian work all over the world.
So I think mainly it's we just need to come together. I mean, we're not going to agree on everything. That's first and most, and we have to understand that. Not everything that you say I'm going to believe, and not everything that I say you're going to believe. But the point that we can communicate and we can sit down and talk and come to an agreement is where we need to be.
Yeah, that's the key, to bring everybody together. It's just like over here, like you said, in the States, you were talking about the black on black crime. So say you got the Crips and the Bloods, but say if you set them down, the leaders, and said, you know what, you're killing each other. Let's try to come up with a common answer. Let's try to help each other. You can work it out. That's by talking to everyone. You got to communicate first.
And that's and education. Education is a big part of it, because if you're not educated, if you don't know, you're not going to do what is right. If you don't know, you just don't know. But if you take the extra time to...
That's correct. It's just like we used to have this thing in the States called the Hatfield and the McCoys. And they were two families that was in the Appalachians, and they called them hillbillies, and they hated each other. And they hated each other for years and years and years. So when it got down to like the 10th generation, and they were just fighting each other to be fighting each other, and one day, one of the Hatfields was talking to one of the McCoys and say, why are we killing each other? They didn't even know.
I know there's a place in Jamaica when you're going to St. Thomas to the mineral bath, and it was a land and it's full of water. And I asked the story. I said, why is all these houses over here, but this one part has just a sea. It's like a sea. It doesn't make sense where the sea is and where all the houses are. And the story that I was told was there was two sides of the family fighting for the land, and it was so much bloodshed that the land flooded and became the sea.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
So
about.
yeah, we have to work together. We work together and we fight together. We cry together and we live together. And to make a better day tomorrow. That's how I look at it. People are still selling questions and answers and I can't see them. And I want us to talk a little bit about you again because I'm about to close off now. It's 7:56, so we have a few minutes. So let's talk about the GoDaddy Foundation and the waters and what's going on and what else we're doing. And then we're just gonna, whew.
Yeah. Well, it's just like I was saying, working together work. We're talking to GoDaddy. We're talking to Waste Management. We're talking to Mount Zion Baptist Church here in Seattle. And we're all working together to bring water units around the world and to put water in Jamaica. Um, we also talking to, like you said, Dress Girl from around the world out of Hawaii that's going to
Yes,
supply dresses. But all of this started by talking to each other and saying, let's all come together to help these children who need clean, fresh drinking water, who never had water before in their life, clean. Let's give them some water. And when you go to those countries and bring that water to the children, they're happy as can be. And it brings in positiveness, and you're teaching the kids about water. So I think it, that's what we have to do. We got to work together. We got to teach the youth, how precious what we're doing water is, and we're bringing them that water.
and that's fantastic. We can only
And the good
try.
part about it is that the children are doing the installation, so they're learning a trade. So you don't have to be an engineer. All you need is a sixth grade education. So we put the water in schools, so the kids can go to school, learn about the water, plus get educated. Then they go home and be goodwill ambassadors. So now they're just not a throwaway child. They are an important part of the family. And I think that's what you have to do, is give them the confidence and let the children know that they're important, because that life you save, as I say, could be the person that could be your next scientist, next person to cure cancer, next doctor, next president. So it's very important to get these children this clean water.
Hi, hi, Jean. How you doing? Thanks for joining in. Hi, Syria. Thanks for shit, Sarah. I can't talk. Whoop. Thanks for joining in. Leonard said to us, rich people just want to get more rich. Poor people actually share the very little they have in comparison. So somebody else believes that rich people only tend to get richer
Some
and
rich people,
don't want to
some
help.
don't.
Yeah, and I mean the world is made up of different kind of people. So I guess
Yeah.
we have the ones that are here, there, and the one that are here. Absolutely. You
Yeah, I
guys,
know.
I thank you. Go ahead.
No, I said, I know I have some really powerful companies that's helping me, and they don't have to, but they're doing it. So, you know, everybody's different. Some people is approachable, some not.
Exactly. But at the end of the day, you guys, all I'm saying is let's just work together. Let's help each other. Let's build a foundation. And we can start by today. We don't have to wait till tomorrow, the next day, next 2 months. And building the foundation, not everything will go smooth, but we can get back on it and try to uplift and make it work. We just need a team and a group. That's all. We just need a team and a group. Let's
Yeah,
work together and make things better. That's all we need. You
that
guys, I thank you for coming out. Do you have anything else to say, Leon?
that's it. We're gonna be. They can go to the website if anybody want to go to the website for our Jamaican project. They can go to www.cleanwaterfoundationwa.org.
Beautiful. Um, What is that? Is somebody else coming with something? You guys, it's up. My time is way up. We're at 8 o'clock. And I tell you, if we make this video any longer, nobody will want to watch it. Tell you
Thank
guys, if
you.
I don't tell you guys to go ahead, Leon, say it again.
No, I said thank you very much. And like I said, for our Jamaican Water Project, the people can go to www.cleanwaterfoundationwa.org. We already have the units, and we will be fundraising for the shipping.
Beautiful. Okay, so you guys got that and heard that from him. And I'm going to ask you guys, please share the video. Please share the video. Give other people the information so they can join the team and we can all work together as a team. You guys can find me on Omni Television on Fridays and Saturday, Omni 1 in Ontario. You guys can also find me in all of Alberta and all the Perry Province, Channel 4, and that is Saturdays and Wednesdays. And you guys can find me in Vancouver. I don't know their time, but it's there. And we are hoping that we could take this show international and we can affect and make more changes in people's life. So on every given day, you guys, I'm on every Sunday. I take time out for you guys. I take time away from my family. I take time to sit and look good and look pretty. So when you guys actually look at me, you don't feel deterred to turn the channel or move the live. I sit down, I take it, and I come at 7 o'clock on a regular basis. Reason being, I love people. I'm a humanitarian. I love people. With a world without people, there would be no world. So you need to love each other, and we need to do what's right. And what's doing right is helping each other and be a strong team. Thank you guys for tuning in, for being out there. Leon, we'll talk again soon.
All right.
God bless every single soul out there. I'm just going to go through the live here and say goodbye and thank you to every single person. Damien Duckett, thank you very much for watching. Sharif, thank you for watching. Nancy, thank you for watching. Vincent, thank you. Leanne, thank you for the support. Jetu, thank you for the support. Leon, thank you for coming in again. Calvin, thank you very much. Jeffrey Murphy, thank you. Odine, thank you. Aloma, thank you very much. Ken, thank you very much. Kirk, thank you very much. Can Wolf, thank you for the question. Thank you for putting them up there. Thank you, Burren. Thank you very much for watching. Stephanie, thank you very much for tuning in. Cynthia, thank you very much for tuning in. It's Farron, thank you very much for tuning in. Can't see your name. It's Division, I think your name is. If I butchered your name, I apologize. Thank you very much for the support. Tariq, thank you very much for the support. Seven, thank you very much. You love Jamaican woman. Thank you very much. Cho, I think that's how it's pronounced, C-H-O-U, Cho. Thank you very much. Teresa Smith, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Althea from Jamaica, I love you. Long time. You have my name. Thank you for tuning in. Rowan, thank you for tuning in. Oh, what's her name? Oh, come on, get back here. What is the other person? Kriela. I think that's what it is. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it. Celia, John, thank you for tuning in. The Tiana Lewis, big up yourself. Thank you for tuning in. Ronald, big up yourself from Jamaica. Thank you for tuning in. Nice to see you. Koki, K-O-K-Y. Koki, thank you for tuning in. Nicole, thank you very much for your support. Kirkland, thank you very much for your support. Andre from New York, thank you very much for your support. Amanda, it's a pleasure to have you in. Can Wolf, thank you for coming to sharing your thoughts with the audience. I appreciate it. Leonard, big up yourself. Martha, thank you. Angel Cake, thank you very much for tuning in. Every single person. Sophie from Toronto, Angel from Toronto, thank you very much for tuning in, you guys. I appreciate it. I appreciate the support. Karen, thank you for watching. Please answer some of the questions, you guys, and let us get some feedback. I will go through the live and answer some of them with you guys. I appreciate it. AJ, thank you very much for the support. Oh my goodness. Boo-boo, thank you very much. You guys are wicked today. Geez, there's a lot of you out there. My goodness. Richie, thank you for the support. Man, I'm going to do a live on you soon. We're going to talk the talk. Dimitri, I think it is Johnson. Thank you for the support. Heidi, big up yourself. Thank you for the support. You run from the live door. Stephen or Sharvin. Oh my goodness. Sarah, thank you very much. Jean Phillips, thank you very much. Whew. Gloria, thank you very much. And I think we're up to the last one. You guys, may God bless all of you guys, and you have a fantastic weekend. Stay safe. I'll see you guys next Sunday. Bye, guys. See you later. He doesn't want to leave.